Greetings, fellow YouTubers, and welcome to another exciting video from the Budget Army channel. Sounds worse every time I say it anyway. This is a response video to the Kids and Guns video that I posted a little while back. And I'm not responding to myself. Actually, I'm responding to a viewer who left a comment about what to do if your kids are older. He had mentioned 12 and 15. And introducing them to firearms. And his concern is this, is that, they'll tell their friends at school, it spreads, the wrong person hears about it and makes them a target for a home break-in. And I mean, he's pretty convinced that that's actually what would happen. And that is a legitimate concern. And frankly, I would probably have those same concerns if I was in that situation as well. I don't have, obviously, older children. Mine are younger, 8 and 5. So the advice that I would give is just kind of generic, and this is not knowing what your kids are like, not knowing their school atmosphere, their maturity level, or their personalities, or anything like that. So you could take my advice with a grain of salt. But what I would do is I would, actually take them out to the range. Say, hey, on a Saturday, kids go out with dad, and then we'll have an outing, start them shooting. And what I would do actually is see if they offer, just like they have an instructor there at a range that can do beginning course, or if you want to take them to some outdoor place that you've got, I don't know where you live or what your situation is, and then you teach them the gun safety. You instruct them. I think that's valuable also if that kind of knowledge is coming from dad. Obviously, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, then an instructor would be a great second option. But get them familiar with the guns, and don't start them out with like a 44 Magnum or 45 ACP, 22 9mm, that kind of thing, 38 Special, a lower recoiling caliber, especially if they've never handled a gun before, never shot a firearm. You don't want to, give them baptism by fire, so to speak. And then get them familiar, get them comfortable with firearms, being around them, because obviously they're going to have to be, because the situation may come up where they will have to perhaps use a firearm to defend your home. Hopefully that'll never happen, but that may happen. You just never, ever know. But then afterwards, after they've had a chance to shoot them, get comfortable with them, sit them down, take them back home, sit them, or go someplace and, have a serious man-to-child talk, father to son or daughter. Explain. Tell them exactly why you have firearms in the house. Is it for self-defense? Is it for recreation? Is it for sport, competition? Whatever the case may be, or any one of the 3 or 4, or all of them, none of them, whatever the case may be. Make it clear that this is not just a macho thing. You're not flexing your machismo muscles by having guns in the house because real men have guns. No, that's not the case, obviously. And if it is, then you bought guns for the wrong reason. But, make it clear. And kids at that age, they can reason through that stuff. My kids, can't really. I mean, they could process the information and go, But, that's pretty much, especially my son, my 5-year-old. But as they're older, you can actually talk to them as an adult, using adult words and, nice big ones, probably, bigger ones than I could use. And make it clear to them that this, how important it is that, this stays in the family, and give the reasons, give your concerns. Say, this is what can happen. And don't make it sound like this will happen, because the more, ridiculous, no offense that you make it sound, the less believable it's going to be. So, you have to present it like this is a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's a huge possibility. The chances are high, but, it can happen that if one of your friends, even if you don't intend to let a lot of people know, it's going to get around. Maybe somebody just overhears your conversation, and then there's always a possibility that the wrong person is going to hear, and we're going to be a target for a break-in, and that person might break in our house, and I might have to shoot them, and it might be somebody is it possible? Absolutely. Probable? I don't know. I just don't know. Like I said, I don't know the area you live in or anything like that. But, I think if you present it like that, I think that will go a long way into involving them in the process, instead of saying this is the way it is the way it's going to be. Now, ultimately, that's what it is. What you say should go. So, but if you make, instead of ordering them, if you make them see why, don't just say this is the rule, that's all it is. If you explain it out, I think that'll actually, like I said, go a long way. Now, as I said before, this is just a blanket, generic piece of advice coming from a guy who has, younger children, doesn't have teenagers yet. So this is what I like to do, is that all of my viewers, subscribers, non-subscribers, people just happen to watch this video and have experience with this kind of thing. Maybe you have teenage boys, girls, or children, or whatever the case may be, and you're in that situation or not, or maybe you just have experience with teenagers, or maybe you were in that situation. Maybe when you were older, your parents either decided to get guns or finally revealed to you, hey, we have guns. It's like, what? And the advice or the what they told you or how you dealt with it, I think would be great. Great thing about the YouTube gun community is that there's a lot of information, a lot of knowledge out there and experience that can be tapped. And please post a response video to this one. You can leave a comment, but you're only restricted to 500 characters or whatever. You can PM me or PM bwebs30. I'll go ahead and leave a link to his page in the description. But I think it'd be great if we posted video responses to this one. So it just be we can all link all that information together and all that knowledge together, and just kind of have a one big pool of info, as it were. And because I think it's a really important topic, kids and guns in general, but there's all types of ages and all types of situations. I don't think mine's unique. I don't think his is unique either. I bet you there's a lot of people have gone through that. So I think that'd be a great thing, and I'd be really appreciative. I know bwebs30 would be also, because it sounds like he really would like to, he really was wondering. So if you could do that, I'll go ahead and approve it the next opportunity that I get. And then we'll just kind of pull all these resources together and just show everybody what a great community the YouTube gun community is. I really appreciate you watching. I appreciate all my subscribers. And new and old. My email is just not notifying me when I'm getting subscribers. I'll just look at my page. All of a sudden, the number changes. So, if I haven't said anything on your page, I try to. Forgive me, but this is a thank you to you, everybody who has decided to subscribe and watch my ridiculous videos. I hope they've been informative, at least entertaining, to a certain extent. And like I said, I really appreciate you watching. All right. Have a great day, week, month, year, whatever it may be in your part of the country, your part of the world. All right. Take care. Good night.